Afternoon again, people. This is Sam, South Carolina. Happy Beach. It is still 12:29. It's cooling off a little bit now. The sun's going down over here. But this is hive number 426 magnolia tree. It's a single deep nook. And we're going to see what they're up to. Last time we looked at it, had a yellow queen, eggs, and brood. Okay. It's still got sugar up here, but there's a hole right here in the middle. There's a hole right there in the middle that the bees have eaten out. I hope y'all can see that, because I don't know. But that's where the cluster has been. We're going to look in here now and see what it is. But they eat sugar up from the cluster. So they can all stay warm, they can all eat. And like I say, this is just a little single nook. And see how they did through this freeze. Okay, they've got some honey on here. Has some honey, has some nectar. We haven't been giving them no sugar water. We just started giving them sugar water again, rather. Okay, this one has some honey on it. It has some sugar on the bottom and a few dead ones on the bottom. This one here has a little bit of pollen. That's about it. This one here has a little bit of nectar. I don't know exactly where the camera's at. This is pretty much where they've been clustering. Well, between this one and the next one is where they've been clustering up at. And they have brood. They have honey. They have a yellow queen. Right there. She is right underneath where that hole is in there, like I told you people. I'm not going to say I'm not a I told you so person, but they do the same thing if the box is higher. This one here has some honey and some nectar. But she's doing about what I'd expect the bees to do. Here's the young queen. Think about it, I'll tell you how old she was when we get done. Hey, we don't need to go no further with these. Put that there. Put that there. Just see now, if it gets real cold like it did with all the teens and freezing for 3 days, and they're clustering here, they're not going to stay. If I don't put the sugar on the top, they're not going to stay here. They're going to freeze to death coming over here to get food. They're going to have to separate out. And kind of like you're on a battlefield and you got all your troops together, they can fight a better battle. But if you've got them all separated in a whole bunch of different places, they're not going to be as effective, and somebody's going to get hurt. And it's the same thing here. If you put your sugar on top of this, the bees can cluster here, stay warm with the brood, and the queen stay right here, and themselves, instead of scattering all over the place looking for food. And they've got it right here. So we're going to put that back on there. We have pollen. Okay, now what we're going to do with this hole, see now they haven't eaten just where that hole is, they've eaten around, back under the kind of tunneling. So what we're going to do is take a piece of paper, and we're going to cover that hole. Then we're going to put sugar in that hole, and then they'll have insulation again. They'll have sugar right over the cluster. And I think we have pollen over here. I think we have a playlist for this one. This is number 426 magnolia tree. And I think the last time we looked at it was 12.3. So y'all can check the playlist on that, or else go back to 12.3, 12.4, depending on when I put it out. And see what they're up to, and how they got to where they did, and where they came from. This queen too was hatched. I told you I was going to tell you. This queen was hatched. Yes, she was. She was hatched on let's see, on 8/21 from 441, we put a queen cell in there. Okay, she was an unmarked queen on 9/15, so we figure the 8/21 to the 9/15. She was hatched, and I finally marked her. And I looked in here on 10/6, and I marked the queen yellow. And I added some brood because it was kind of cool back then. I added some brood from another hive, and to help build them up. And this is what we've got now. Little girl down here playing with my finger. Tie this back down, so if we get wind it won't blow it off. And that's going to be about it for today, people. Sun going down, Sam getting hungry, Sam getting tired. Mail truck finally coming by. Y'all have a great day. Give me a thumbs up, a comment, ask questions is good. And everything's good now. We got 2 more up here that we're going to check tomorrow, and we didn't want to check today because of all the bees that was flying around, flying to different hives and stuff. So we're going to check 611 magnolia tree, which is a double deep nuke, and check 222 magnolia tree, which is a double deep nuke, and that'll be it over here. But y'all have a great day. Be careful out there. And we thank you for the comments, because it gives me something to do other than what I've got to do. But anyway, y'all be careful. Bye.